Hey guys, you're in a nutshell with me, Ina. Okay, pag-uusapan naman natin ang PR pathways, ang mga pagbabago sa probinsya ng Quebec. Nakailan na tayo, no? BC, Ontario, hindi pa tayo nakaka-Alberta. Nakalimutan ko na nga kung ano na yung na-discuss natin. But anyway, for this episode, we are going to Quebec. Alam ko may isa pong nag-comment sa inyo no, sa recent episode na sana nga pag-usapan. Specifically, ito, ang pagbabalik ng PEQ or yung Quebec Experience Program. Baliktad yung acronym, ano? Sige nga mamaya ipapa-explain natin bakit PEQ yan. Okay, magbabalik siya July 2, this coming July 2, 2026 for 2 years. This is a major PR pathway for international students and temporary foreign workers in Quebec. So aalamin natin ano bang mangyayari. Meron bang bago sa PEQ na bubuksan sa July at doon sa naunang isinara, no, basically, sometime in 2025. Welcome back! It's been a while. Our friend, an immigration lawyer who is based in Quebec, Attorney Renz Grospe. Hello, Attorney Renz. Ang tagal mong nawala. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, okay. Nagbabalik yung PEQ, nagbabalik din ako.
Oh, yan. Okay. Okay, guys, ha, yung mga kababayan natin, lalo na sa Quebec, yan pong gumagapang sa baba, ang email ni Attorney Renz, if you want to get in touch with him. His law firm is RCG Legal. Okay? Sige, hanapin niyo po siya sa Facebook. You can find him there. O, sige. Una sa lahat, bakit ba balik pa? How does the French acronym work ba? Kasi so it's Quebec Experience Program, pero PEQ. Paano ba yun?
So in French, it's Programme Expérience Québec.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
That's why it's PEQ.
Right. Baka sabihin nila, Ina, mali ka. Sinabi mo na nga, tapos QEP dapat. Anyway, okay. But can you take us back a little bit muna, Attorney Renz? Bakit ba siya sinara nung 2025?
Okay, so if you remember during that period, no, 2020, late 2024 tsaka early 2025, there's that major panic in federal government and provinces na madaming tao sa Canada. Right? Especially sa Quebec.
Right.
So yung dating Minister of Immigration, ang ginawa niya, sinara niya yung paunti-unti niya sinara actually yung program na yun eh.
Yung PEQ, okay.
Pero pinaka-reason is they think na madami ng immigrants in Quebec. But also, gusto nilang piliin.
Okay.
Ang kagandahan kasi ng PEQ, para siyang Canadian Experience Class. Copy-paste actually. So, sa mga nag-ano dyan, mga express entry, di ba? Straightforward. Language exam, di ba? If nag-aral kayo dito, may education kayong pathway. If mayroon kayong work experience, pwede rin kayong may pathway rin kayong para doon. Pero ang kagandahan kasi dito, merit-based, di ba? Hindi siya based kung meron kayong employer.
Alright.
Basta nakapag-stay kayo dito, nakapagtrabaho kayo ng 2 taon, meron kayong language exam, pasok na. That's it. Whereas yung dalawang kasing yun programa dati, PEQ, tapos yung Regular Skilled Workers Program, nasarado na rin. Sa program na yun, point system siya. So age, mga yan. So yung mga human capital factors. Sa PEQ, wala masyadong ganun. Basic lang, basic na basic.
Kaya pala parang siyempre maraming nabigo, ano? Nung naglaho itong PEQ. But sa decision ngayon to reopen it. By the way, guys, sorry, sakit ang lalamunan ko, kaya ubo ko ng ubo. But it will, for now, open for 2 years.
Yes.
Okay, let's put it out there. For 2 years, hindi natin alam. Baka pag by the time na matapos na yung 2 years, extend, who knows? But for now, it's 2 years. Okay. With this decision to reopen, Attorney Renz, what message do you think is the Quebec government trying to say na, parang, kasi sabi mo kanina, kaya sila sinara dahil masyado na maraming tao. Ngayon, parang nabawasan na, nararamdaman na nila yung impact of, kakulangan sa new workers. Paano ba yun?
So, when they closed it kasi, there was parang ang daming umalma.
Mhm.
So obviously, mga graduate students, yung mga pumasok na rito as workers. But mainly then, yung mga companies, no, employers, they pressured yung new government.
Mhm.
So, just political update, no? There's the same party, pero there's a new prime minister in Quebec.
I see.
Prime Minister Frechette, no?
Alright.
And then it was a good opportunity nga na nagkaroon ng change in prime minister in Quebec. Kasi naitulak yung pagbubukas ng PEQ.
Oh, parang may
Naging siya,
bahid
debate.
politika pala ito.
So,
Pampapogi
naging debate
din
siya sa
in a
Quebec
way.
actually.
Oo.
And then there's a lot of pressure from the people now who are mainly affected.
Right.
So basically, the argument of people, yung proponent ng pagbubukas ng PEQ, look, we already paid our taxes. We speak French.
Mhm.
We studied in Quebec system. We paid our tuition fee.
Right.
So therefore, kung ang ang argument nyo ng pagsasara ng program is puno na, then isarado nyo people from entering to Quebec.
Mhm.
But don't give, 'di ba? Parang wag niyo naman hayaan yung mga those who already invested their 'di ba? Their time dito sa Quebec.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, basically na-reopen siya due to that's how democracy works, 'di ba?
May political pressure din.
May political
basically.
pressure din. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. O ngayon, puntahan natin, meron bang nagbago, Attorney Renz, doon sa nasaradong PEQ dito sa magiging PEQ starting July 2? I will show 2 graphics, no? Ano gusto mo unahin natin?
Tingnan mo muna natin siguro yung graduates ate.
Graduates. Okay, guys, kita niyo si Attorney Renz yan. Puntahan niyo yung kanyang Facebook page, by the way, guys. Very informative. Follow niyo siya doon. Okay, this is PEQ for Quebec graduates. Tell us about
one
this.
thing to think dito, no? Kasi may to siya. First yung deadline. Well, yung opening in July 2. So dapat by that time, naka-ready na kayo.
Okay.
Ang sinabi rin dito ng Minister of Immigration, first come, first serve.
Alright.
We just don't know how it will work.
Mhm.
The other date to think about is yung cut-off date na November 19, 2025.
Okay.
Ang nakalagay, obtain one of the following eligible Quebec diplomas by November 19, 2025. So, maraming nagtatanong sa akin sa Facebook, Attorney, graduating na ako. Or kakagraduate ko lang ngayong May. Pwede ba ako mag-apply ng PEQ? So, you go back to the date. So, dapat by November 19, 2025, nakagraduate ka na. Kung pass na yan, hindi ka nakasama dito sa batch na to.
I see. Pero magkakaroon kaya ng next batch yun? Ganun ba yun? Usually?
I doubt.
Ay, naku, okay.
So, this is one time, big time lang to.
Okay.
The other thing dito, yung obtain your diploma within the last 3 years.
Alright.
Okay? So, check nyo din yan. May mga nagtatanong din sa akin Attorney Renz, nung 2021 pa ako graduate.
Okay.
Pasok ba ako? Hindi na, kasi 3 years lang
Oh.
From November 19, 2025.
Okay. November 19 and 3 years prior.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay.
So very limited lang to kasi this is a grandfather program Yung mga napag-iwanan to
Okay. Tapos,
the other thing na tinitingnan nila rito, dapat yung studies mo primarily in Quebec.
alright.
May mga kasi dyan like for example, nung nagsara yung PEQ, tinapos nila yung semester nila outside of Quebec.
Okay.
So ayan, pwede pa kayo tingnan niyo yan kung ilang porsyento ba yung natira sa inyo. Pero nakalagay primarily in Quebec.
Okay? What does primarily mean? Who gets to decide what primarily means?
Ang nakalagay dito, at least 50%.
At least 50%. Okay, sige.
The other thing dito, yung French language.
Okay.
I think they kind of like binaba yung ano eh. Dati kasi level 7 yung lahat.
Oh, okay.
So may binigyan ng ano ng may leeway no, level 5. Ang catch pati dapat yung family yung ano mo spouse mo may level 4.
May level 4 yung spouse. Ayun no. Actually, parang hinahanap ko siya dito kanina eh. Is it here ba?
Hindi siya ano siya sa
Hindi
may ano
nakasulat. Okay.
doon sa may main Facebook post andun siya lahat kasi hindi ba kasi
Alright.
kakasya dito eh. Pero yun nga
Okay,
yung catch nun. The catch is dapat pati yung spouse meron din.
Noon
Language.
ba wala, Attorney Renz?
No.
I see. Okay, so that's one
Depends
big difference.
which year. Pero nung ano yan, nung bago pa yung mga rules changes, basta ikaw may level 7, okay na.
All right. O clarify natin na guys, ano yun, sa may bandang babayan third from the last bullet point. So yung written French, for the main applicant to for the student, written dapat level 5. Pag spoken, level 7. Tapos yung spouse mo, kung meron kang spouse, dapat level 4 in both.
At least level 4. Yeah.
In both. All right. Okay. O ano pa? Wala, intend to live and work in Quebec?
Yeah, mahalaga rin yun kasi may maraming mga nagsialisan ng Quebec right?
Mm-hmm.
Technically speaking, you can try.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to go back.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You can try and then you have to go back?
Eventually, you'll have to go back. Kasi
right.
hindi naman pwede na
okay. Kung nasa labas na sila ngayon and then they wanna try PEQ. Got it. Okay.
Like for example, you can say, okay, I'm looking up for a job now in Quebec. I'm returning to Quebec.
Right.
At the time that you apply, you draft a cover letter, like ano yung plano mo to show na you're intending to go back to Quebec to live there, diba?
Mm-hmm.
Karamihan ng mga kliyente ko na nagpunta ng nag-emigrate from Quebec to Ottawa.
Mm-hmm.
Dahil yan, nagsara ang PEQ.
Yeah, oo nga naman. Nako-confuse na sila. Ano ba yan? Sinaraduhan nyo kami. So, naghanap ako ng iba. Ngayon, mag-o-open na naman kayo.
Exactly. Pero kung gusto mo siyang gawin, you try, tapos palawanagan mo. Pero eventually, dapat pupunta ka ng Quebec.
If you do get accepted, right?
Oo.
Otherwise, may risk of being, misrep.
Misrepresentation. Pag nag-apply na kayo ng either makuha kayo sa PR or pag nag-apply na kayo ng citizenship.
Oo. See, guys, that's another discussion alam mo naman may debate ni parang, ba't ako i-deny ng citizenship ko? PR ako, I have mobility rights. Magkaroon na lang tayo ng ibang episode for that, guys. Okay? Basta this is an issue of misrepresentation. Got it. Okay. Now, punta tayo doon naman sa PEQ for temporary foreign workers. Yan, may graphics din si Attorney Renz para dyan.
Yes.
Okay. Anong pagkakaiba dito, Attorney Renz, from the previous one?
Dito yung, again, like the language exams.
Mm-hmm.
Oral dapat level 7. Yung accompanying spouse, level 4. Dito wala naman binago sa dapat tier 0, 1, 2, or 3 ka pa din.
Okay, wait
Ang dito din, ang pinagkaiba dito ate, dapat employed ka.
All right. Okay.
At the time of application, dapat employed.
Okay. Meron bang how long ka dapat employed? Should it be in the same employer or continuous employment lang? Paano ba yan?
That one, it's not clear yet.
All right.
It's not clear yet. May mga guidelines na silang ibibigay. Actually, kanina lang sila nag-open ng guideline. I haven't read.
Mm-hmm.
But ito yung mostly hahanapin sa iyo.
Okay.
Again, yung mga mga important dates, July 2 hanggang October 31, 2026. Yung first intake.
Oh, okay. May first intake na pa ito. Okay. So,
tapos may November 19, 2025, dapat nakompleto nyo na yan. Hindi pwede yung parang ngayon nyo palang makukompleto yung 2 years.
Alright. Babasahin ko yung nasa graphics ni Attorney Renz, no? You have to have at least 2 years of eligible work experience in Quebec na dapat na-accumulate mo by November 19, 2025. Right. Okay. Tapos, dapat tier 0, 1, 2, or 3 ang iyong occupation. At the time you submit your application, dapat working ka in that eligible position. Nabanggit na ni Attorney Renz yung French language requirement. And similarly, dun sa students, you must intend to reside in Quebec.
In Quebec.
Okay. Tapos meron dito yung last...
Yung dapat, yung democratic, knowledge of democratic values.
Oo nga, how do you demonstrate that, Attorney?
There's a link that they will send.
Okay.
Tapos babasahin mo yun or parang may videos lang gano'n.
Mm-hmm. And then, nakasulat din dito yung financial self-sufficiency. What does that mean, Attorney Renz? Itong nakailalim.
Yeah, meron yan either may job offer ka na or may nag-work ka na. I think they can move that. But I have to check kung ano yung final guidelines nila. But this one is more, meron na yun eh. Ang Quebec, they always show kung magkano yung, meron silang table.
Right.
How many you are in your family, tapos may table yan. They just haven't posted kung magkano siya. Kung ano yung updated for this. Which one they will use for this one. For the PEQ reopening.
Okay.
Pero meron na yung either they will use yung current table for the PSTQ or they will create their own. Ang problema dito sa PEQ, lahat rushed.
What do you mean, lahat rushed?
Rush lahat ng guidelines. Like, rush lahat ng program. Parang, you cannot even predict kung ano yung mangyayari, di ba? Parang, for example, nagsabi sila, oh yeah, mag-open kami. Pero ito pa lang yung, so far, ito pa lang yung sinasabi nila. And then, nung binasa nga natin, ang daming di ba? Like, vague. So, magkano?
Oo.
O paano kung, paano mo i-show yung, yung intent to live and work in Quebec.
Right.
While you're here, diba? Wala pang ganong guidelines.
Okay.
Rush din yung mga may mga rin, immigration consultant and lawyers. Parang predict na nila, okay, let's prepare na yung mga forms, no?
Mm-hmm.
And we just received news from yesterday and today na may bagong form.
Oh, nako po, yan na nga sinasabi natin, May bago pala na dapat gamitin.
May bagong form, tapos, I think 23 or 26, or closer to July 2, they will post na naman ng bagong guidelines.
Iyan. So clearly, guys, there's more to come, no? More details to come dito. Kaya I highly suggest you do follow Attorney Renz kasi siya talaga ang toka din yan, no? Diyan nga sa bandang Quebec. I'm sure once new guidelines, more details are out, he will put it there sa kanyang Facebook page. Merong kang important reminder dito sa graphics mo. Let me just read it out. Sabi mo, meeting all the requirements that we mentioned allows people to submit an application. But you must still meet all PEQ selection conditions to be approved. Ano ba tong PEQ selection conditions? Na separate pa dito.
So basically, lang yan. Kung may pa yan hindi pa clear.
Meron pa rin, oo.
Meron pa yung guidelines, another guidelines. But what it means is that hindi ibig sabihin na eligible ka dito sa mga requirements na to. Mapipili ka na nila.
Right. Okay.
Remember guys, limited I think they posted na around 50,000 yung i-accept.
Oh, all right, 50,000.
So you are competing not only with PEQ applicants but also with PSTQ applicants.
I see. Kamusta ba ang competition dyan? Pag ganito, Attorney Renz, may limit, ano ba to? Paunahan ba ng pag-file din ito? Paano ba?
Hindi lang siya paunahan mag-file. Yes. Ang first rule nila, first come, first serve. Tapos pipiliin pa rin nila kung sino yung gusto nila.
Right.
So based on the demands of the province.
Right.
Possible na gagawin din nila dito para fair, they'll create a calendar of when you kasi may CSQ part pa to
Hindi ko na alam yan. Ako guys, ako admittedly I'm not really familiar with the
selection of Quebec. May iba pang parts pa to
Oo.
possible lang gawin nila, they will base it on kailan mo na kumpleto yung 2 years.
All right.
Kunyari, kung mas nakompleto mo siya ng mas matagal then you'll be first in line. Possible ganun ang gawin nila. Or pwede rin naman if you live in rural area, then mas malaki yung chance mo na ikaw ang pipiliin nila.
Ayun, oo nga. Walang mention dito pala,
Well,
Attorney
mention
Renz,
yun,
no? That's a possibility.
That's a possibility. So this is not a complete requirements. Pauna pa lang to, guys. Marami pang pwedeng mangyari. You have to think of the number na pipiliin kasi nila eh.
Mm-hmm.
Like how can you, di ba? Like hindi mo naman pwedeng accept lahat. Kasi kung isinet mo na yung quota.
Oo, okay. Good point about the yung sa rural Quebec naman. I'm sure marami din nag-aabang dyan na baka kahit papano later on, there will be information that they might be given priority. Will have to wait for such announcement.
There's a priority in rural Quebec. Okay. The way, yung bagong program ngayon, yung program selection travailleur qualifié, like skilled workers program nila, most of the draw are from rural Quebec.
All right. Okay.
So beneficial kung nasa rural Quebec kayo. Disadvantage kapag nasa Montreal.
Got it. Okay. Oh, guys, applications start or reopens July 2, 2026. For the TFWs na interesado dito, ang first intake period, July 2 to October 31, 2026. Which means, Attorney Renz, after October 31, what's going to happen for the TFWs?
Titingnan nila kung napuno na nila yung quota, kung itutuloy pa nila yan o hindi.
Oo. Okay. Pero yung
that's a possibility.
Okay. Yung intake period though, walang nakadictate na intake period dun sa students.
Sa student.
Wala. Okay, dito lang sa TF.
But I think the way they will do this is, kung mapuno na, they'll stop it again.
Mm-hmm.
And then, kung may available spot, they will reopen for a bit. And then may set quota na. Okay. Pero ang problema kasi ngayon, lahat ng information are not complete, no? Hindi pa siya complete. So, madami pang mga tanong na dapat sagutin. The other thing na pwede nilang tignan, actually, they can go to MIFI sa Facebook.
Ano yung MIFI?
Yung Minister of Immigration and Franchisation
Alright.
And Integration. Punta kayo doon sa MIFI sa Facebook. They post, in French, no? Nagpo-post sila doon ng mga tanong.
Okay.
And then sinasagot nila.
I mean, anybody can ask questions there, you mean?
No. Like, nagpo-post sila ng, kunyari, kung yun yung pinakamaraming tanong, pinopost nila yon almost every day.
Oh, okay. Ibig sabihin,
so, pwede nilang tignan yun.
Most frequently asked questions are addressed there in that Facebook page.
In French, ha?
Right, so in French.
Pwede nyo naman yan eh. Well, kung tira kayo ng Quebec, dapat.
Oo nga, baka naiintindihan na nila.
Diba?
All right. Okay, well, I think we covered enough, no, Attorney Renz? At least may idea sila of how it's going to look. But as Attorney Renz stressed, marami pa ring information tayo na kailangan abangan. Again, sa July 2 ito, so we have a couple of weeks, no? Siguro, yung mga tao dyan sa Quebec, maraming araw-araw nag-check ng kanilang mga website for updates on this until July 2. Okay. We'll end this episode here. Thank you so much, Attorney Renz. Again, if you want more clarification, you can email Attorney Renz dyan po sa mga email addresses. Dalawa yan na gumagapang sa ibaba throughout our episode. Thanks, Attorney Renz. I'll see you guys in the next one.